right? It's more than 45 students, so I'm going to start the class. Listen carefully. The thing is, I'll provide the notes. I already forwarded PDF to your class here. Harshit, did you forwarded the notes? The thing is, now I'll forward these PPTs also. Of course, these PPTs have been taken from the textbook only, textbook diagrams only. So now we'll be going through the slides. Then later I'll be sharing the notes, and written notes also I'm going to share. Okay. So any doubts I will discuss at the end, and if possible, if you are interested, then we go for the continue of the class even after the 40 minutes also. Again, within 2 minutes we get back after the completion of this class. Again we start. Okay. So we'll try to finish off the unit 4 today. It's a very simple unit among all the DDCO units. So very simple. I think Madam has already discussed in the last class few things. This is related to, see here the syllabus for this is register transfer language, register transfer, bus transfer and memory transfers, arithmetic micro operations, logic micro operations, shift micro operations, and arithmetic logic shift unit. Right. So out of which this Madam has completed the register transfer language, register transfer, right? So now I start bus transfer also completed. So I start with memory transfers. So how the memory will be transferred from memory to register and register to memory. Before going to that, one of the important topic that we need to discuss is a three-state buffers. So you know that buffer is the one which transmits as it is, right? You know that NOT gate is an transfers the inverse of it, NOT gate, right? So here buffer means whatever that we give the input, the same thing will be giving at the output. This is what is I can call it as a buffer. If you give A, then output will be also A. Am I right? So what is this tri-state buffer is? Sometimes it needs some enable, right? So what is that enable is, see here, even when we are discussing about the decoders and multiplexers also we discussed that enable. Enable means whenever that enable is high, the particular circuitry will be selected. So similarly, this buffer is also enabled. This buffer is also enabled with an enable signal, right? Otherwise, it going into the other state. So what is that state that we will be seeing? For example, you see here, there is a one diagram that we shown here. This is a tri-state buffer. Tri-state means three states. Tri, nothing but is a three. So three states. So what are those states? Three states is, suppose if we give
Input A.
A, the output will be same as A, right? Depending on this control input. So control input either can be a 0 or can be a 1, right? Suppose if we give input A as 1, then output will be 1 if only if this control is equal to 1, right? Otherwise, if control input C is equal to 0, then what is going to happen is it is neither 0 nor the 1 output. It will be entered into a state called high impedance that will be represented with the state called Z. So far, whatever the inputs we have is generally 0 and 1, and the outputs also same, that if we give 0, it will be coming as a 0. If we give 1, it will be coming it as a 1. But based on this third input, that control input, now if we give 1, if we give is 1, output is similar to that whatever the input that we are applying at the normal input here, right? And if we give control input is 0, which means that this particular circuit is not selected, particular gate is not selected, then the output of this is said to be a high impedance, that is called Z, right? So now with the help of this, now we are going to have one circuitry What is that circuitry is, see here. We have a 2 to 4 decoder. So here we have two select lines, S1 and S0. 2 to 4 decoder, nothing but two inputs and 4 outputs, right? So these two inputs that I'm taking it as a selection lines, S1 and S0. If it is 0 0, then the particular 0 will be activated. If it is 0 1, then the activated one is 1, right? If it is 0 0, this output 0 will be activated. If it is 0 1, 1 will be activated. If it is 1 0, 2 will be activated, and if it is 1 1, 3 will be activated. Now here we have 4 tri-state buffers. See here we have got 4 tri-state buffers, right? And each one is given a control input from the decoder. 0 will be given for this one, 1 is given for this one, 2 and 3. Now here taking the inputs for the buffers as A0, B0, C0 and D0, right? And the now this will be here, look here. Suppose if I take it as a 0 0, if I take 0 0 means then the particular this one will be active, right? So this particular 0 line will be selected, which means the output of this particular is 1. So remaining all will be 0. So the input for this tri-state buffer is 1, and this is 0, this is 0, and this is also 0, which means that these three are entering into high impedance state, so which we are not considering the output of these, right? Only the particular of this particular gate is active, then the output is going to be A0. Suppose if it is 0 1, then what will happen? The B0 will be active and remaining 3 will be enter into high impedance, right? Similar to that. So all these will be done if and only if enable is equal to 1. If enable is equal to 0, the total particular circuit is not selected, and there is no point of discussion about the tri-state buffer for this bus line. Okay, so this is about the tri-state buffer. Now coming on to the memory transfer, you know that memory, there are different types of memories, and that one we'll be discussing in unit 5. What are the different types of memories and all those things. So there are two operations will be done with the memory. One is a read operation, other one is a write operation. So read operation means something that you are writing onto the memory device, and sorry, something that we are reading from the device, and writing operation is nothing but we are writing something, and which means that we are storing something onto a memory. Either it can be a whether it can be a RAM, or it can be a ROM, your secondary memory, or any. So you are writing something means you are saving something in memory, and you are reading something means you are taking out something. So this can be done with the registers. That what we have you have seen in register transfer. You have got a registers. So R1, R2, R3. Similar to that, there is a one more register called AR, that is address register. Sometimes we will be calling it as a MER, memory address register. So how that we'll be looking into that is, suppose if you need to read the data, then M of AR. So the contents, this is M is some content, I'm taking it as a word, right? This word, where it is at this location, at this address, and the content of this address location, this will be the content of this address is the word M that will be transferred onto the data register, right? Similar to that, when you are going to write means you have some data in a register R1, and that has to be write onto the some location. What is that location is, this is the address that we are writing it as M of AR. This word M will be saved onto the address location mentioned over here. So what are these address locations that you will be generally studying into a microprocessor, where you are writing a program? In that you are mentioning the address in the programming, so that the particular contents of the register will be saved onto this address. Okay, so this is about the memory transfer. Coming on to the micro operations. So register transfer micro operation, and arithmetic micro operation, logical micro operation, shift micro operation. So these are these micro operations. Now register that we are not considering because it register transfer, that is R1 to R2 and R2 to R1, those things that you have seen in the last class. Now coming on to the major operations are arithmetic, logical and micro operations. Of course, here in all these three operations we are involving these registers. So there you can see how the register transfer will be done, right? So coming here onto the first topic that I'm going to, arithmetic micro operations. So as you are aware that arithmetic means it is a addition, subtraction. Similar to that, we are including a few more, that is increment and decrement, and also a shift. So addition is very simple. Addition micro operation is very simple. You know that to add, to perform an addition, you need two numbers. So these two numbers will be stored in register R1 and register R2. So content of the registers R1 and the contents of the registers R2 will be added, and then that will be stored into R3. Generally in microprocessor, what we'll be writing it as a program is the instruction for the addition is add R3, right, colon R1 comma R2, which means that the contents of R1 and R2 will be added and stored into the R3. Sometimes we'll be writing instead of this add R1 comma R2, which means that contents of R2 will be added with R1 and will be stored into a register called accumulator that we will be seeing in later. There's a system register. Okay. Similar to that, subtraction. So as you are aware that we will be discussing when we discussed about the subtraction, we seen that when you are subtracting, for example, 2 minus 3 in a binary will be a problem, because subtracting a large number from a small is a difficult, right? For that, what we have done is we are going for the complement method. So the same thing that the computers or the processors will be using the complementation method only. So here we'll see here the contents will be stored in R3. What is that content is? Content of register R1 is added with the contents of the register R2. What is that content of register R2 is? Now complemented R2, contents of the register will be complemented and then add 1, which means that it is a 2's complement. 2's complements of what? 2's complements of register R2. Then this will be added to the R1, which means that it is performing the operation of R1 minus R2, and the result will be stored onto the R3. This is what is a subtraction operation in the arithmetic micro operations. So addition and subtraction is very simple. Anybody can see it. Coming on to the few more circuits, right? Arithmetic operation. See here, few things. This R1 plus R2, right? R1 plus R2, that is saved here. So contents of R1 plus R2 and transferred onto the R3. So similar to that, contents of R1 minus R2 transferred onto the R3. See here, we are not using any complement method. So just for reference purpose that we are using. So if the same thing you can see here, 2's complement thing. This is also minus subtraction only. So these are the two. And R2 to R2 dash, that is nothing but 1's complement of the R2 will be saved, right? Similarly, this is again, see, R2 plus 1, this is a 2's complement of the R2, right? And R3, this is a R1 plus 2's complement of R2, that is nothing but a subtraction. And incrementer, you know that increment is nothing but if you add 1 to any number. For example, if you have got 1, 2, 3 is a number, if you have got 1, 2, 3 is a number, then what we can do is, if we want to increment, then you are adding 1 to its LSB, so that 3 plus 1 becoming 4, and this is 124, incrementing. So we have got a that we will be going to discuss after this slide. And the decrementer is always -1. That is what is a decrementing circuit, right? So coming on to the arithmetic micro operation in continuation discussion, this one we have already discussed when we are discussing about the adders. Try to recall. So A0, A1, A2, A3 is a one number, right? B0, B1, B2, B3 is a another number. So these are the two 4-bit numbers. Two 4-bit numbers will be added. How? Using a full adder. What is that full adder? Full adder is a circuit which adds two numbers and a carry from the, which adds 2 bits and a carry from the previous state. Try to recall the definition when we are discussing about the combinational circuits. So C0 will be added, A0 and B0 will be added. So sum will be recorded here and carry will be carry forwarded to the next stage. And in this way that it has a binary addition. So see here A0, B0 will be giving S0, A1, B1 will be giving S1. Similar to that, finally you will be getting C4, S3, S2, S1, S0 as a sum. Right, this circuit we already discussed, that's why I'm not going much details into it. And this circuit is as well that I discussed. This is a adder come subtractor. We have got a control signal M. See that based on the control signal M, that is that it is working it as a subtractor or adder. For example, if you take control signal M is equal to 0, what will happen? See, A0 will be A0, A1, A2, A3 will be loaded into full adders. And this one B0 is coming through the XOR operation. So B0 XOR, what is that? 0. B0 XOR 0. What is that? Then it will be B0, isn't it? Then it will be B0 XOR 0. You take the operation A bar B plus AB bar. A bar B, B0 bar, B 0. That is 0. And AB bar B0 dot 0 bar, that is 1. So this will be taking as a B0. So what will be the XOR input now? XOR output will be B0. So B0, A0 will be given to the full adder so that it will be giving a sum S0 and carry C1. For example, now if I take control signal M is equal to 1, what will happen? See, B0 XOR 1, B0 XOR 1 becomes, now it is becoming a B0 bar, right? So B0 bar, it is coming it as, and this is A0. So how it will be is A0 plus B bar plus, and you are giving C0. What is the C0 now? Control signal M is becoming it as a C0. So that is 1, which means that it is a 2's complement subtraction, isn't it? Try to see here in this. R3 is R1 plus R2 bar plus 1. So 2's complement subtraction. So similar to that, A plus A0 plus B0 bar plus 1. Simply I'm taking it as generalized A plus B bar plus 1. Everything is getting, so that it is working as a subtractor. Okay. The next one is an incrementer. So incrementer, I said that it is incremented by 1. See here, you have got 4 half adders. Now half adder is a one which adds 2 bits and producing a sum and carry. See here, this is an arrangement in this way. There is an arrangement in this way. Look here, X and Y are the 2 bits. X and Y are the 2 bits, right? So for that, what I'm giving is, for X, it is giving it as a number, that is A3, A2, A1, A0, right? Right. For the first one, what I'm giving it as 1 plus A0, right? This is the one. So 1 plus A0. So at the end, we are giving it, at the end, we are writing it as, so 1 plus A0. So the sum will be recorded here and the carry will be given to the next state. It is just like a ripple. Ripple, try to recall, ripple. Samudranlo alalan cheppan kada? Or else if you drop a stone in a bucket, what will happen? There will be a ripple. So one will be pushing into the other. So similarly here, the carry will be given to the next. It is a ripple. So in this way, a binary incrementer, incremented by 1. So this is a typical arithmetic micro operation circuit. So here we have got 4 multiplexers and 4 full adders. The operation of this can be seen through a table. So S1 S0 is 0 0 and carry in S1 S0, and this one S0 is used to select the one of these multiplexers, right? And B number is given through these multiplexers, right? For the full adder, input of full adder is coming from, one is from multiplexer, that is in terms of B, and the other one A is directly coming, A0, see here, A0, A1, A2, A3 is directly coming to the full adder, right? So based on the operation of this, how it will be is 0 0 and carry in 0 and input is Y, then the operation of this. So micro operation is add. A plus B is add. A plus B plus 1, it is a add with carry. A plus B bar subtract with borrow. Just I can say it as a ones complement, right? And this A plus B bar plus 1 is a subtraction using 2's complement. D is equal to A, which means that you are transferring A into the D. You are transferring D is equal to A plus 1. So contents of D is transferred as A plus 1. D is decrement is A, and last one is transfer A. These are the few operations which will be evaluated through this arithmetic circuit, right? So those are the arithmetic operations. Now coming to the logic operations, these are very important. Logic operations, again see here, suppose I have two variables. For a two binary variables, the how many Boolean functions are possible is 2 power 2n. 2, if n is equal to 2, I have taken, so 2 into 2, 4, 2 to the power of 4, which is 16 Boolean functions are possible. This is somewhat different is from our regular. With the two binary variables, the possible combinations are 4. The possible combinations are 4, but here the possible Boolean functions will be given as 2 to the power of 2n, which means that if I take n is equal to 2, then it will be 2 means 2 into 2, 4, which will be written as 2 to the power of 4, which is 16. So here I'm taking those functions as f0 to f15, randomly any functions, and you don't bother to remember all these. Sir, ivanni gurtu pettukovala, ela gurtu pettukovali, no need to bother. You can apply any number. For example, see here, E is following a certain pattern: 0 0 0 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. In this way is writing, but there is a peculiar thing. See, this f0 is equal to 0 means it is a clear. See here, the operations will be like this. So f0 is equal to 0, that is called as clear. F1 is equal to xy. See here, xy 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1, which means that f1 is AND operation. F2 similarly, f2 it is a xy bar, and f3 is simply x. See here, f3, what is f3? Whatever is x here, the same thing that as f3. So you can write some functions. It is not compulsory that you need to write these only and you need to remember these only. It is not compulsion, because I said that there are 16 Boolean functions are possible, and this particular Maurice Mano is saying that these are the functions, and you can define your own functions. It may be f15 all ones, that even you can write, first define this table. What you do is first define this table, Boolean function and micro operation, and then what you do is according to that you fill up this table. Then that is very easy for you, right? So if you write all 0 1 2 3 what he has written, and then analyzing it is very tough, because 0 0 0 0 0 1, like all these things, right? Instead of that, you write your own functions for this. For example, see here, f is equal to 0, f is equal to a and b, f is equal to a b bar, f is equal to a, and f is equal to a bar b, a bar and b, AND operation, right? So he is taking A bar complement of A and he is doing with AND operation with B. Like that, it is not compulsory. You can take any. It is he has taken A exclusive OR. You can take exclusive NOR also. Here he has taken exclusive NOR and complement B, complement X. Whatever the thing that you take is you take. No need to stick to exact this table only. Only the thing is that you need to show 16 Boolean functions. Understood? That is what is a logic micro operations. So how it will be shown is the operation will be like this. So P assigns to R1 and R2. So contents of R1 is ANDed with the contents of R2 and will be stores back in R1. This is what is a logic micro operation. So how it will be is that we have seen here, right? So for example, this one more circuitry that I'm taking it as a 4:1 multiplexer. See here S1, S0, and we have taken some random AND gate, OR gate, exclusive OR gate, and NOT gate, and we have given a connection in this way. For example, if S1 and S0 is 0, 0, what will happen? 0, 0 means this one will be selected. So this one 0, this will be selected and this will be transferred onto the output, right? So what is the input connected to it? A and B. That is what is A and B. Operation is A and B, right? So similarly, if it is 0, 1, see here, if it is 0, 1, right, this is what is connected here, A or B. Similarly, 1, 0, this one will be selected, which means that A exclusive or B. And the last one that I'm taking it as 1, 1, it's simply I'm taking it so only NOT gate. It is not compulsory that you have to take a NOT gate only. You can take NAND gate. 1, 1, what you take is you can take NAND gate. 1, 1, if you take NAND gate, what will happen? A is equal to A and B whole bar. That is what is right. NAND is opposite of AND, then it becomes NAND. You can take of your own choice. It's a random example and a universal textbook, that is Maurice Mano for computer organization. He has taken and everyone is following. Why it is everyone following is because it is very simple to represent. That's why we are following, but it is not compulsion. You can take any, and the order is also need not to be the same. But whatever you take here, correspondingly the table must be same. These two should be match, right? So that is logic micro operation, right? So here again, few things will be here in the logic micro operations. This is very important. Sometimes you need to select only selective set. The selective set is one of the operation, and selective complement, selective clear. So I'll discuss with one example, selective set, which means that particular the selective set operation sets the 1 bits in register A. So wherever there is 1 in the register A will be set, where there are corresponding ones in the register B, where there are corresponding ones in the register B. Register B లో ones ఎక్కడైతే ఉన్నాయో కరస్పాండింగ్ దాంట్లో వన్స్ ఇన్ ఏ రిజిస్టర్ లో ఉంటే అవి మాత్రమే సెట్ అవుతాయి, సెట్ టు 1, అదర్వైజ్ నో చేంజ్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ A is 1 0 1 0, which means that there are 2 ones, right? B content, it is a random that I am taking. So some operation that I'm taking, see here. So here B లో ఎక్కడైతే వన్స్ ఉన్నాయో వాటి కరస్పాండింగ్ ప్లేస్ లో మాత్రమే సెట్ అవుతుంది. సో 1 1, see here 1 1, right? And this one will not be disturbed because it is 0. సో B సెట్ లో B నంబర్ లో ఎక్కడైతే వన్స్ ఉంటాయో దాని కరస్పాండింగ్ బిట్స్ ఆఫ్ A will be set to 1. So this 1 0 will be transferred to 1 1. B లో 0 0 ఉంది కదా, there will be no change in the bit positions of 0 0 ఉంటే A content will be no change, so that it will be 1 0, right? So if you look into this, this is called a micro operation. It's a OR operation. Okay, this selective set. Similar to that, we have a selective complement, selective clear. See selective clear, we'll see one more example. Selective clear operation clears to 0 the bits in A only where there are corresponding ones in B. Corresponding B లో ones ఉన్న దగ్గరే, B లో ఎక్కడైతే ones ఉన్నాయో అక్కడ మాత్రమే A కంటెంట్స్ క్లియర్ అవుతాయి. ఏ కంటెంట్స్ ఏంటి 1010 అగైన్ సేమ్ 1100 సేమ్ థింగ్ తీసుకున్నాం. B లో ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి, ఇక్కడ ఈ 2 ప్లేస్ లో ఉన్నాయి. ఈ 2 ప్లేస్ లో ఉన్న దానికి ఎగ్జాక్ట్ సేమ్ లొకేషన్ A లో ఏదైతే ఉందో అది మాత్రం will be cleared. So this is called 00 and this will not be changed because it is 00, right? So in this way it is a selective clear. Okay, selective complement, we can see also this one also. The selective complement operation complements the bits in A where there are corresponding ones in B. Corresponding ones in B undali. So B లో ఎక్కడైతే ones ఉన్నాయో దాని కరస్పాండింగ్ బిట్స్ మాత్రమే కాంప్లిమెంట్ అవుతాయి చూడండి. B లో ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ 2 పొజిషన్స్ 1 1 కదా. సో కరస్పాండింగ్ బిట్స్ ఏంటి, ఏ కాంప్లిమెంట్ కి ఇట్ ఈస్ 0 0 కి 1. స్టార్టింగ్ నెక్స్ట్ 2 zeros ఉన్నాయి కదా, there will be no change the complement, there will be no change. So this is called selective complement. Okay, so similarly mask operation. So next is clear operation. Clear operation means that we will be taking as a exclusive OR operation. You know that exclusive OR operation means that when both the numbers are same, output both the bits are at same level, output will be 0, which means that see 1 1 1 exclusive OR 1 XOR 1 is 0 0 XOR 0. A bar B plus AB bar operation, if you look into that 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0 1, right, and 1 1 it is 0, which means that both are at same level, output will be 0. That is what is a clear operation, right? So insert, we want to insert, you can insert as well, right? So all these are the micro operations. Okay, this is a logic micro operation. So it is very clear, you can go through it, right? If you have got any doubts, please raise your hand in the next class, we'll be discussing. Coming on to the shift micro operations. The shift micro operations are very important and very easy as well. So shift left, shift right, and circular shift left register, circular shift right, and arithmetic shift left and arithmetic shift right. So these are the things that you need to remember in the examination. If they ask about the write a note on shift micro operations, shift micro operations are these, and you need to take an example and explain. So we'll be going one by one. First one, the general shifts, this SHLR, SHRR, that is shift left and shift right, that we'll be taking it as a logical shifts. See the logical shift in this way, a right logical shift operation, right logical, so it will be shifting towards right, and left logical, it will be shifting towards left. So I'll be taking up one example. Suppose if I got 1 2 3 4, these are the 4 numbers that I need to shift, right shift. Then right shift means what will happen, 1 occupies at this position, 2 occupies at this position, and 3 occupies at this position, and 4 will be going out, right? And this is an empty location. So what we need to do is we need to insert 0. This is a logical shift operation always. Now for example, if we done one more operation on this, so contents of the register now it is 0 1 2 3, right? If you perform one more operation, then it will be, the content will be 0 0 1 2. If you perform one more operation, what will happen, 0 0 0 1. Understood? So this is how that logical shift right. So similarly left logical shift, so the operation will be like this. See here, R2 SHR R2, which means that shift right, SHR means logical shift right the contents of R2 and again save in R2. Similarly shift left operation lo em cheyali ipudu. Now for example, if it is 1 2 3 4, now if I perform one operation of this thing, SHL R3, then what it will be? It will be 2, 3, 4, 0, right? It will be 2, 3, 4, 0. This is one time if I shift. Suppose if this thing again I shift, go for the second operation, what will happen? 3, 4, 0, 0. Generally, the operation can be explained with only one shift, but in the programming, when we are writing programming, sometimes we'll be using many number of times, like loops. In C programming, you might have gone for loops. For I is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, I is 1 to n or something, you will be writing it as like that. So we'll be going for. Yeah. One is asking what about the shifted elements, that they will be discarded, that they will be discarded, that they will be removed, right? That they will be removed means that they will be overwritten. For example, see here, for example, you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, right? In this, what I'm doing is I'm shifting right. When I'm shifting right, the contents of see here, MSB bit is occupied with 0. What is previous MSB bit? What is the previous MSB bit? 1. 1 will be occupied with the next position. So next, and the final one, that will be erased, which means that that will be removed, right? Clear? So the next one is circular. So here I think you don't have any problem of that. What will be the content, because it is a circular, right circular shift and left circular shift. Right circular means, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If you perform a right circular, what will happen now? It becomes 4, 1, 2, 3, because this LSB, this is taken back and given at the MSB. It is in a circular fashion, right? So again, if I perform one more time, what will happen? 3, 4, 1, 2, in this way. So left circular, what it is similar to that. Left circular, what will happen? So what, see 1, 2, 3, 4. If I perform a left circular, see this 1 will be going and occupying at this position, so that it will be 2, 3, 4, 1. Understood? So this is a circular shift left, circular shift right. So every time they will 5 marks question for what they will ask is explain the shift micro operations with an example. Shift micro operations, what are they? Logical shift, circular shift, and arithmetic shift. These are the 3. So 3, again we have got shift left, shift right. So 3 into 2, 6. So you need to explain these 6 shift operations with an example. For easy purpose, I have taken it as 1, 2, 3, 4. You can take any ABCD or 1, 2, 3, 4, XYZ, whatever it is. For your understanding purpose, what I have taken is in this way. So this is a circular shift, right? Coming on to the next, shift micro operations. In this, again, the one is arithmetic shift. So arithmetic shift right and arithmetic shift left. So it is a bit different. Try to see here, when arithmetic shift right. So what we have done in logical shift right, if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, when you are shifting right, what will happen? 0 is occupying and the other one is 2, sorry, 1, 2, 3. This is what your logical shift right. Now arithmetic shift right, what will happen is the sign bit will be copied on the same location. Suppose, just a minute. So here, let us take it as again 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if it arithmetic shift right, generally what will happen is sign bit is copied. Sign bit is nothing but the MSB bit is copied. That is copied as it is, and that one will be shifted, because previously you are inserting 0. Instead of inserting 0, the same MSB bit will be copied as it is and will be shifted. So 1, 2, 3, in this way. Okay. Next, coming on to the left arithmetic shift operation. Left arithmetic shift operation is similar to that of your logical shift only. Simple, you are inserting 0 here at the end, right? So this is arithmetic shift operations, right? Try to remember. Logical shift, we have got right and left. Okay, in this the MSB bit is included with 0 and LSB bit is included with 0, and circular is a circular fashion, and arithmetic in one shift is left shift is similar to that of your logical shift, but right shift will be a bit different, that it is your MSB bit is copied. You need to remember this one. That's why even in the textbook also he is concentrating on this only. The sign bit will be copied, remaining thing will be as it is, right? So shift operations, some example that we have taken. So we have taken it as a multiplexer, right? So multiplexer, it's a 2:1 mux. We can take it as, because 2 inputs, 1 output, and 1 selection line. 1 selection line means that either it can be a 0 or it can be a 1. If it is 0, I'll be taking it as a shift right, and if it is a 1, I'll be taking it as a shift left, right? So in that way, I'm taking it as. So the first multiplexer is getting an input of serial input IR, and the one it is getting it as A1. So let us see first, if the selection line is equal to 0. The selection line is equal to 0 means, so this one will be sent, this one will be sent, this one will be sent, and this one will be sent. So what is connected over here? That one will be connected as IR. See here, H0 will be IR, right? And next, what is connected to the second multiplexer? That is H1, that is connected as A0. And for H2, it is, see here where it is connected, A1, and the third one it is connected to A2. Okay. Similarly, if it is equal to 1, then the corresponding one, this one will be selected, this one will be selected, and this one will be selected. So where it is connected, see here, A1, this one is connected, where it is connected, it is connected to A1, and where this is connected, A2, and where this is connected, A3. See here, A1, A2, A3, IL. So that's why it's a shift down, or shifting down, or shifting up. Okay. So see, shifting up means, see, actually H0 ante you need to get A0, but what you are getting it as A1, right? You are getting A1, A2, A3, and IL. So you are shifting up in this way, right? And whereas in the previous case S is equal to 0, what is that? It is first, this is IR. It was supposed to be A0, but it is IR, A0, A1, A2, this way. So shift down, shift left, that is shift up, right? This is a shift micro operation, 4-bit combinational circuit. Sometimes you need to remember this circuit. For 2 marks, there may be a chance that they will be asking this question. Okay. So similar to that, there is one more, is a one-stage arithmetic shift. So in this arithmetic shift, what he has taken is one-stage arithmetic circuit he has taken. For that, again, he is using a multiplexer, 3 multiplex. See here, one more, one here, one here, right? For these two, S2 and S3 will be taken here as a selection lines. It's a, right, and the outputs of these will be given here. So if S2, S3 is 0, 0, so this one will be sent, which means that the data taken from this circuit. So this circuit means S1, S0. If it is 0, 0, then this is 0. Is taking it as this is 1. So this is 0 and this is 1. In this way is taking. So 0, 0. S1, S0, 0, 0. So then he is transferring A, right? He is transferring A, right? So this will be connected over here, and now it will be S2, S3 is 0, 0. Then this will be transferred, right? In that way, the table is given here. See here, S3, S2, S1, S0, see in, right? Yeah, S3, S2 will be taken for this, S1, S0 will be taken for these two, and carry in, that is we are giving enter here. So based on these, that will be going for this. So see the last operations. So here, see, sorry, see here, S1, S0, we have got 4 possible combinations, right? So 0, 0, 0, 1, but here we are taking only 2 things, right? And now, here, this one will also be there. When it is 1, 1, then these two will be there, A1 and A0. That is shift left and shift right. So what, we are not bothering about this content, and we are not bothering about these contents because these are already completed. So 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So when it is S3, S2, S3 is 1, 0 and 1, 1, then these two, because we have got 0, 0, then this particular line will be selected, 0, 1, then this particular line will be selected, right? And 1, 0, 1, 0 means the second one will be selected. Second one will be selected means the second one, where it is connected, it is connected to the shift right operation. It is connected to the shift right operation. It is connected to the, when it is 1, 1, it is connected to the shift left operation. See, these two have nowhere connected to with this particular circuit, right? These two will be operated based on the S1, S0, but this is operated based on the S3, S2, S3. So S2, S3 is 0, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Then whatever may be the value of this, that is what is this table says 1, 0, 1, 1 of S3, S2. So whatever may be the value of the S1, S0, and whatever may be the value of C in, right? The operation is shift right A, shift left A. Right? SHR means it is a logical shift right, logical shift left, right? So this is about the logical micro operations. Okay. Do we have a time? I think still it is going on. There is one more clear. So time hours are done. Okay. Okay. So in the next class, we'll be going for unit 5. Okay. I'll be sharing the notes and assignment questions also. I'll be sharing the mail ID. You get that. I'll be sharing the mail ID also. You need to write and take a scan and send it to that particular mail ID. I'll be sending the questions for these as an assignment. Okay. So I'm concluding this meeting, right? In the next class, we'll be going for the unit 5, right? Thank you.